An earthquake has shaken the Spanish island of La Palma, the strongest tremor since a volcano started erupting there last month. No significant damage was reported, but scientists say it's another sign that the eruption won't end soon. Already, it's forced hundreds of residents to abandon their homes. But the natural spectacle is also attracting tourists.
Captivated by nature's fury, a fountain of magma gushing from the depths of the earth. For almost 6 weeks, rivers of molten rock have been flowing from Cumbre Vieja. A sea of lava burning at a sizzling 1,300 degrees Celsius. The apocalyptic scene has become an unlikely tourist attraction. The local volcano emergency committee is offering free shuttles for the catastrophe curious. You hear it, and it's like the world is coming to an end. It's impressive. But many have also come to show their support for the islanders. Thousands have had to abandon their homes, destroyed by the mighty volcano.
50 million people live on the Atlantic coast of America, and every person could be in danger. Scientists at University College London are leading the research into the geological time bomb and know full well what we can expect.
It will hit with the power of an atomic bomb, effectively, and be travelling at the speed of a jumbo jet, and it will wipe out anything that's not nailed down and many things that are.
As they move across the ocean, they spread out and diminish in height, but even so, when they reach the other side of the ocean, they can be several tens of metres high at a distance of thousands of kilometres from the source island. And because they're tsunami waves rather than ordinary waves, they don't just break on the shore, they move inland as very fast moving, very turbulent floods, and they can go up to 20 kilometres inland.
This would actually have devastating effects once it hit New York, Miami and the Bahamas.
Well, it'd be devastating, absolutely devastating. It will take something like 8 hours for the wave to travel from the Canaries to the other side of the Atlantic. Places like New York, places like Philadelphia, Washington will be hit very, very badly by this. The Caribbean islands of the Bahamas, which are very low-lying, will also be devastated. It's difficult to predict exactly what the final result will be, but you're talking probably millions dead and massive destruction.
The mega tsunamis that we're concerned about are anything up to 1 kilometre high, and they're caused by landslides.
Tsunamis are giant waves created by earthquakes. As an earthquake occurs, the Earth's surface splits. A shock wave travels through the ocean and is viewed as a tsunami when the wave reaches shore. Most tsunamis are 10 to 20 metres high, but can devastate coastal areas. Mega tsunami is much, much more.
We're talking here about a chunk of rock about 200 cubic kilometres in size, which is really quite enormous. And secondly, with an earthquake, you shake the ocean bed. That's what generates a tsunami with an earthquake. In this case, you're not shaking the seabed, you're dropping a chunk of rock, a huge chunk of rock into the sea, as if you're throwing a rock into a pool. And that's much more effective at generating much bigger waves. So it's a completely different mechanism from earthquake-generated tsunami.
Simon Day, one of the world's leading geologists, has pinpointed the reason for the waves.
The key piece of our research, the key result, is that we've shown that these landslides from volcanoes, which can have volumes of hundreds or even thousands of cubic kilometres, are triggered by volcanic eruptions. As the magma rises within the volcano to trigger the eruption, it starts to push off the flank of the volcano. And the key thing is that the magma, as it's coming up through the volcano, heats up groundwater within the volcano. And the groundwater tries to expand, but it's trapped in the pores in the rock, so it becomes pressurised instead. And this pressure is what pushes off the flank of the volcano into the ocean, where it will generate these mega tsunami waves.